The camera fades in on a quiet morning in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The streets are still glistening from an overnight drizzle, the kind that leaves the world soft and reflective. A single headline flashes across phones, laptops, and social media feeds. Olivia Dunne's USA swimsuit photo breaks the internet. People scroll past it, but then something happens. It's not just a photo. There's a collective pause, an unconscious inhalation, as millions across the country, teenagers, parents, athletes, social media managers, even grandparents, stop what they're doing. They feel it. Pride, awe, a strange mix of admiration, and a pang of something deeper, something intangible. Wow, someone whispers. It's the word everyone types, comments, shares, repeats. But what is it about this one image that makes the world hold its breath? And here's the twist. It's more than just a swimsuit photo. There's history, identity, and the unspoken story of a young athlete navigating the pressure of expectation, patriotism, and personal ambition, all captured in a single frame. By the end of this story, you're not just going to see a photo. You're going to understand the woman behind it, the country watching, and the complex emotional ripple one image can create. Olivia Dunne is not just a gymnast. She's a cultural phenomenon. At 21, she has redefined what it means to be an athlete in the age of social media. But this isn't a story about medals, scores, or routines. This is a story about the moment a photograph transcended sport. When her USA swimsuit photo went viral, it didn't just make headlines. It sparked conversations about identity, confidence, and national pride. Fans flooded her comments with flags, hearts, and simple messages. You make me proud to be American. And yet, behind the public admiration, there's a story rarely told. The tension between personal expression and the weight of representing a country. What happens when one image becomes bigger than life? When the eyes of millions are on you, judging not just your talent, but your very presence. That's the story we're about to explore. Olivia Dunne grew up in a world built on discipline. Baton Rouge wasn't just home, it was training ground, playground, and classroom for every early morning, every late night practice. Gymnastics was her life, but social media was her second arena. She learned early that every post, every image, carried meaning far beyond the frame. Her rise was meteoric. By the time she hit 18, she wasn't just a gymnast, she was a brand, a symbol. She mastered the delicate dance of personal expression and public expectation. But with the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris behind her, a new stage emerged. Personal agency. Not just what she could do in a routine, but what she could claim as her own narrative. It was during a late summer photo shoot at a beach in Malibu that the USA swimsuit photo was taken. The sun was harsh, the wind playful. Olivia stood in the ocean, waves lapping at her feet, the red, white, and blue fabric hugging her form. The photographer snapped frame after frame, but there was one shot, a fleeting moment where the wind lifted her hair, the sun caught the water just right, and something raw and unapologetic shone through her gaze. And then it happened. Someone posted it online, and within minutes it had gone viral. Not everyone reacted the same way. For some, the image was inspiring. For others, controversial. The media exploded. Headlines ranged from a symbol of American pride to too much exposure. Olivia's DMs flooded with praise, criticism, and debate. The gymnast who had always been defined by flips and vaults now found herself measured by pixels and perception. Behind the scenes, Olivia wrestled with doubt. Was this who she wanted to be? A symbol? A muse? Or simply a young woman embracing her own body, her own identity, on her own terms? Her friends noticed the hesitation. Her coaches sensed the tension. And the fans unknowingly weighed in on her internal battle. One night, she sat alone in her apartment, scrolling through the comments. She laughed, cried, and paused on a message that read simply, "You remind me why I love this country." That one comment encapsulated the strange duality she now carried, the weight of national pride and the liberation of personal choice. What no one expected was the cultural explosion that followed. Major brands reached out, television networks wanted interviews, and social media analysts dissected the photo frame by frame. It wasn't just a swimsuit photo. It had become a symbol of confidence, ambition, and the intersection of youth culture and patriotism. Olivia realized something crucial. The image wasn't about her alone. It was about what people projected onto it, their hopes, fears, and sense of identity. The photo had become a mirror for America itself, reflecting pride, tension, and aspiration in one viral moment. But there was another revelation, something more intimate. In that single frame, Olivia saw herself, not just as an athlete, not just as a social media icon, but as a young woman discovering the power of owning her narrative. This is where the story starts to build the emotional arc, exploring her psychological struggle, fan reactions, media frenzy, and the slow burn of national dialogue around identity, social media, and patriotism. Every following chapter will dive into conversations with friends, family, coaches, and cultural commentators, all written in cinematic detail, scene by scene, fully immersive.